You know it, you love it. It's sushi. In our culture, it comes in just about every shape and size, and we use it for almost everything, from a quick lunch to a high-end celebratory dinner. Some of you might even be planning your next sushi night right now. But what do we really know about it? Where did it come from? And more importantly, why for hundreds of years was the most important part of sushi, the rice, meant to be thrown away? If you think the answer is simple, you're not totally wrong, but also not totally right. Because sushi is a curious concoction that blends ancient preservation, a bit of culinary science, and a dash of fast food genius into one delicious and delicate thing we know today. So get ready, because we're about to uncover the strange, savory, and storied journey of sushi. Before we go all the way back, let's look at what we have now. At its core, modern sushi is a dish of specially prepared vinegared rice, usually combined with other ingredients like seafood, vegetables, and occasionally tropical fruits. Its taste is a delicate balance of savory, slightly sweet, and tangy, highlighting the freshness of its components. It's a fixture in our cities and a staple of global cuisine. But the sushi of today is a world away from where it started. To understand how we got here, we have to go back to its roots. Sushi actually has ancient preservation roots, literally. Before it became a delicacy, it was a practical method for keeping fish edible in a world without refrigeration. The story doesn't begin in Japan, but likely somewhere along the Mekong River Delta in Southeast Asia over 1,000 years ago. Early civilizations in this region needed a way to store their fish. Their solution was ingenious. They would salt the fish, press it, and then pack it inside barrels filled with cooked rice. The rice wasn't for eating, it was a crucial part of the process. As the rice began to ferment, it produced lactic acid. This early version, a precursor known in Japan as Narezushi, was not made for convenience or pleasure, but for survival, serving as a safe alternative to food spoilage in hot, humid climates. The fish could be stored for months, even up to a year, thanks to this natural pickling process. This brings us to the part that throws people off. Why would you throw away the rice? Despite being half the equation in modern sushi, the original fermented rice was completely inedible. After months of pickling the fish, the rice turned into a sour, pungent, glue-like mush. Its only job was done. It was scraped off and discarded. You were left with a piece of sour, preserved fish. The word sushi itself is thought to come from an archaic Japanese grammatical form, sushi, san, meaning sour tasting. Originally, it earned that name because of the intensely sour flavor created by the fermentation. Even though the process was changed to make it faster and fresher, the name stuck. It was a direct nod to the sour, pickled origins of the food. Sushi as we know it owes a lot to one person, a chef named Hanaya Yohei. In the bustling city of Edo, modern-day Tokyo, during the 1820s, life was moving fast. People needed quick, convenient meals. Hanaya Yohei saw the potential in reinventing the time-consuming Narezushi. He developed a radical new method that made sushi accessible to everyone. Instead of fermenting fish for months, he used fresh fish caught right out of Edo Bay. He placed a slice of this fresh fish on a small bed of freshly cooked rice that he seasoned with rice vinegar. The vinegar mimicked the sour taste of the traditional fermented sushi, but eliminated the need for preservation entirely. He sold this new creation, called nigiri sushi, from a street stall. It became a massive hit, a kind of fast food for busy city dwellers. This was the birth of commercial sushi. But as sushi went mainstream in the 20th century, something fundamental changed for it to conquer the world. One of the most defining qualities of Japanese sushi was fresh, raw fish and the dark green seaweed, or nori, often wrapped around it. However, in the mid-20th century, as sushi started appearing in places like the United States, this was a problem. Many Westerners were hesitant to eat raw fish and found the look of seaweed unappetizing. This led to a major shift. In the 1970s, a chef in Los Angeles invented the California roll. He brilliantly hid the nori on the inside and used familiar ingredients like cooked crab meat and avocado. While this inside-out roll made sushi safer and more approachable for a global audience, some purists argued that it lost a little of its character and soul in the process. This shift, however, was the gateway that paved the way for sushi's incredible popularity across North America and beyond. Interestingly, our version of sushi, with its mayonnaise-drizzled dragon rolls and deep-fried creations, is a distinctly global phenomenon. In Japan, these styles can be downright puzzling. But just as industrial and adapted versions took over, a counter-movement began. In recent decades, foodies and chefs led a resurgence of authentic, traditional Edo-style sushi, the style pioneered by Hanaya Yohei. They sought to bring back the authentic, old-timey focus on perfect rice and the highest quality fish. Thanks to globally revered masters like Jiro Ono and a growing focus on challenges like sustainable tuna fishing, we are now living in a golden age of choice. From the classic California roll to small batch, artisanal creations that are considered the pinnacle of culinary art. So, was sushi rice really meant to be thrown away? To put it simply, yes, originally. What began as a preservation method using fermenting rice transformed into an Edo-period fast food, which then morphed into a globally beloved meal. The name sushi remains purely historical, a nod to its sour origins, not its modern ingredients. So there you have it, the strange, savory, and storied journey of sushi. It's not quite what it started as, but it has centuries of tradition behind it, a name that stuck thanks to history, and a place in our culture that still sparks curiosity today. It reminds us that even the simplest things, a perfect piece of nigiri, can have surprisingly deep roots. What do you think? Were you surprised to learn about the throwaway rice? What other simple things have a history you'd like us to explore? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.